Okay, so the next type of normal probability problem that we're going to do is going to be a between case of probabilities. So using the normal model N64,3, suppose we were to select an adult woman from the United States at random and record her height. What is the probability of randomly selecting a woman between 62 and 67 inches tall? All right, so our first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sketch our curve. So 64 is still our mean. We're still going to add 3 going this way. So 67, 70, 73. And then subtract 3 because that's our standard deviation going the other way. 61, 58, and 55. Right, so we're asked what is the probability of randomly selecting a woman between 62 and 67 inches tall. So I'm going to draw in a vertical line close to where I think 62 is going to be, and we're going to draw in a vertical line where 67 is. And we're going to go ahead and shade this entire area in here. All right. So again, this is a case where we've got a between probability. We're looking for the probability that a person lands between these two values. So we're just shading this middle portion in our normal curve. Okay. All right, now that we have that done, what we're going to do is we are going to find our z-scores. Right, so we're going to find our z-scores. And as we're doing this, we have 2 values that we're looking at. Right, we're looking at 62 and 67. So we're going to have 2 different z-scores that we're going to calculate. Right, so doing 62. 62 minus 64 over 3. That gives us our negative 2/3, right, which we rounded to last time negative 0.67. Right, then 67 is our other value. Again, our observed value always comes first. 67 minus 64 divided by 3 gives us 3 over 3, which is a z-score of 1.00. Now, we need to find these values in our table. Granted, we just found the 62 in the last problem, but I'm going to show this problem kind of using our full table. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have our negative side of our table. So we have all of our negative values that we see here. Right? And then if we look at this, the other side has positive values. So we're just going to use the ones with the negative side for this first one. And we need a z-score of negative 0.67. Right? So I'm going to pull out a ruler here. Right? And we are looking at our negative 0.6 row. And we're going to go all the way over until we hit this 0.07 up top. Right, so we go all the way down here and we get an area of 0.25, sorry, it's a little bit in the shadows there, 0.2514. Right, so it's a little hard to see, so we travel down this column all the way until we hit that 0.2514. All right, so area to the left of Z1 is 0.2514. Right, now we need to find our area to the left of our other z-score. Our other z-score is positive 1, so we flip our table so we're on the positive side. Again, so we're starting with 1.00, so 1.0, second decimal value is also 0. Gives us an area to the left, which is 0.8413. All right, so area to the left of Z2, or you can kind of use notation. You could do 62, 67, however you want to do it. I tend to kind of go back and forth depending on which problem I'm looking at. Or if you just want to put Z's for both of them, that's fine. So this gave us 0.8413. Okay. So now we need to calculate our area between. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two different values and we are going to subtract them. And it's always going to be the larger number minus the smaller number to give us a positive area. So we're going to do 0.8413 minus 0.2514, and that is going to give us 0.5899. Again, because we are looking for an area between, that's why we have to do that subtraction. I just realized that I'm not quite there. You couldn't see what I was just writing there. All right, so area to our left of our first z was our 0.2514. Area to the left of our other z, 0.8413. And then to find our area between, we go ahead and subtract these. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and answer our question. The probability of randomly selecting a woman between 62 and 67 inches is about 59%. So again, there we have a case of between. So we went through, we labeled our normal curve, then we filled in the middle areas, we found our z-scores, we looked up the two different z-scores in our table, and then we subtracted the corresponding areas that we were left with to find our probability for our answer.